Okay, Gilas versus Vietnam. Sa game na to, another slow start para sa Gilas sa SEA Games. Pero nahanapan naman nila ng paraan. Pero pag-usapan natin anong nangyari sa game na to. First of all, yung defense nila ng first quarter or first half overall was a little bit suspect in my opinion. Nahirapan silang i-contain yung pick and roll ng Vietnam and their outside shooting. Then kahit na i-try nila i-contain, hindi naman sila makapag-rotate ng maayos nung first half. Kung makikita natin sa play na to, terrible pick and roll defense from Gilas. First of all, makikita natin empty side ball screen. Mag-go over dito si Robert Bolick, mag-show ng onte, pero nakadrop pa rin naman si Abu Tratter dito. So, theory-wise, okay naman. Pero yung effort kasi medyo kulang. Hindi ganun lumaban si Bolick sa screen. Hinayaan niya na mag-roll dito yung big man. So, ang resulta nun, magko-collapse yung defense. Yung tatlong to, magko-collapse dito sa loob. And Abu Tratter had to contain the guard for a little bit para makarecover si Robert Bolick. Pero, tignan yung weak side dito. Okay? Pagka-roll dito ng big, they just collapsed. Walang pag-split ng gap. Walang effort to contain. And then, nakatayo lang sila. Late closeout. So, wide open 3-pointer para sa Vietnam. So, puro ganon yung nangyari ng first quarter. Kaya nakapagbuo ng malaking lamang ang Vietnam over the Gilas Pilipinas. Dito again, inatake ng gap ng Vietnam rather yung gap ng defense. Instead na maggalaw-galaw sila dito, mag-rotate sila, mag-stunt sila, mag-scramble. Ang ginawa lang nila dito, they just stood around. Okay, they just watched Vietnam rip apart their defense, kick out sa weak side corner, wide open 3-pointer. Diba? Wala man lang stunt. Kumbaga kasi dito, okay, tanggap mo na yan, okay, naiwan si 30, and then, nag-help na to. Etong tatlong to, dapat proactive na yan eh. Si Bolick, i-splitin niya na yung gap. Si Von Pesumal, dapat nakaabang na siya dito to rotate. Justin Chua, dapat at least nakataas man lang yung kamay. So yung mga ganong maliliit na bagay kasi, they failed to do that. Kaya yung Vietnam took advantage early in the game. And nakapag-establish sila as big as 14 points kontra sa Gilas dito sa SEA Games. And dito naman, another high ball screen. They went under. Initially, they wanted to go under dito. Pero since nag-roll din kasi yung number 1, dapat nag-step up na rito si Poy Eram since wala na si Ray Parks sa play. Pero ang nangyari dito, kumbaga napako na si Ray Parks dun sa screen, wide open na para si Vietnam. And ayun, 12-point lead na pala, dumidepensa pa pati yung coach. So kumbaga yung mga ganong maliliit na bagay, yung mga small details, they failed to do that early in the game. Kaya medyo nahirapan silang lumevel sa production ng Vietnam. Kasi score Vietnam eh. Itong Gilas team naman na to, hindi naman sila talaga offensive team in terms of, overall strength. Kumbaga individually meron mga solid players dito. Kumwari si Bolick. Bigay mo kay Bolick sa ISO, sa pick and roll, is going to produce. Bigay mo kay Ray Parks sa pick and roll, or lagay mo si Ray Parks sa transition, is going to produce. Bigay mo kay Matthew Wright sa spot up, seta mo si Wright ng off-ball plays, is going to make 3-pointers. Kumbaga individually, okay sila. Pero as a team, I don't see them yet na mag-gel pa, or na nag-gel so far. So, ang ginawa nila ng second half, kagaya sa previous game nila kontra sa Malaysia, ginamit na lang nila yung gravity ni Robert Bolick and tried to either get him open or create advantages. Ibig sabihin ng advantages na yung 2 versus 1. Kasi, again, individually, kaya nilang atakihin yung Vietnam individually. So dito makikita natin, Robert Bolick, isolation, atakihin niya yung baseline. Now, help defender, dumating. So dalawa na yan, advantage na kasi 2 versus 1. 2 Vietnam defenders versus 1 Robert Bolick. So nangyari doon, may Eram na wide open, 3 versus 2 ngayon to, itong side na to, 3 Gilas, 2 Vietnam. So yun yung tinatawag na advantage. And ang point naman ng basketball is to create advantages. So kahit na medyo hindi magandang panoorin kasi basically hawak lang ni Bolick yung bola ay magkikreate siya. Heliocentric offense, naka-spread out lang and then bahala na si Bolick mag-decide. It kind of works sa ganitong klaseng competition and sa ganitong klaseng kalaban kasi doon mo na-highlight yung talent. You are not playing their game. You are forcing them to play your game. Kasi ang game ng Gilas Pilipinas kapag ganito, 'di ba? Robert Bolick and then naka-spread yung court, doon na mag-excel si Eram as a roller, si Ray Parks as a spot-up guy or as a cutter, si Matthew Wright as a shooter. So kumbaga hindi siya maganda panoorin pero at least it works So I understand kung bakit nagre-resort sila sa ganung game plan. Dito naman, offensive rebound, Robert Bolick, 3-pointer ng fourth quarter. Itong fourth quarter na to, sobrang alat, parehas na kupunan. And si Bolick lang talaga yung nakakascore. So yun yung context nitong fourth quarter na to. And si Bolick lang yung talagang nakakascore for Gilas. And very important yon kasi nga, if ipapaikutin mo yung opensa mo kay Bolick, importante na nakaka-produce siya. Dito nilagay naman nila si Bolick sa weak side. Okay, Ray Parks naman na maganda rin ng laro. So pagka ball screen galing kay Malonzo, nag-show din yung big man. So advantage na yan, 2 versus 1. So ang kailangan na lang gawin dito ni Jamie, mag-short roll, pumunta sa gitna ng court to create that advantage na 3 versus 2. Pero instead na merong runway for Jamie to roll, kasi si Bolick yung, gravity ni Bolick as a shooter, Vietnam decided to help off Robert Bolick. So now, any Gilas player, ang gagawin dyan, ibigay yung extra pass kay Bolick kasi siya yung mainit siya lang nakakascore. And Vietnam decided to help off him, which I think was a bad decision. Kasi bakit mo iiwan yung nag-iisang umi-score? Hayaan mo na si Jamie mag-create. Pero ayun, dito naman, si Bolick na ulit may hawak ng bola, balik na yung bola sa kamay ni Bolick, and understanding na siya lang ang factor in terms of scoring para sa Gilas buong fourth quarter means siya yung biggest threat. So after nito, okay, dribble, high ball screen from Poy Eram, manipulate ni Bolick ng onti yung angles, and now, atake. Now, nag-go over in defense, so basically medyo out of the picture na to, 2 on the ball, nag-show yung big man kasi if hindi, libreng 3 points sa ganyan for Bolick. Now, ang ginawa naman ni Bolick dito, he made the right pass to Poy Eram sa top of the key. Pansinin nyo ngayon, pagkasalo ni Poy Eram, ang katabi niya si Ray Parks. So yung help defense had to decide whether magro-rotate ba ako kay Eram, mag-help ba ako, or magsistay ako sa shooter, which is si Ray Parks. So syempre, mag-i-stay yan kay Ray Parks, kaya wide open si Poy Eram. After Robert Bolick generating 2 on him, 2 defenders on him to shift the defense, create advantages. And I understand na hindi sustainable yung ganitong klaseng opensa na basically Bolick ball, bahala na si Bolick, spread out, let the, talent dictate ko anong gagawin, you overpower your opponents using your talent. I know na hindi sustainable, hindi ganun kaganda panoorin, pero ang kailangan lang naman nila dito is gold, manalo every game. And just like the other game against Malaysia, nag 5-out offense sila with Bolick being the decision maker, and kapag wala, lalagay siya off ball, bahala na sila Ray Parks and sila Matthew Wright. Si Jamie Malonzo naman andyan to clean up their mess. And I think it seems to work right now against these types of opponents. Pero against teams like Thailand or maybe Indonesia, makikita natin siguro na baka mas mag-rely sila on actually executing their game plan well. Kasi parang it would be very hard if mag-rely pa rin sila sa ganitong klaseng opensa. Pero I think it's important din na masanay sila na ganito. Kasi pag clutch time na, pag mahirap na nagkagipitan, at least they understand their roles kapag si Bolick yung may hawak ng bola. Or si Ray Parks yung may hawak ng bola sa 5-out. Kasi minsan kapag bumabagal yung laro, especially sa mga knockout games, mahalaga din na meron kang ganong klaseng side as a team na kaya mong mag-rely sa talent and sa stars in order to, grind out games or grind out wins.